Welcome to our channel. We are Technic Force and we help grow your business online. Please hit the subscribe button to get more updates.
I have a young entrepreneur with me, Todi, and he launched a product just recently. It's called FastCut. And when I saw the demo, I was quite impressed. It's a very easy to use tool that does only one thing well, and it's quite a trending thing. You must have seen those short videos which are cut from longer videos, which have the speaker talking, and below the speaker you see these little subtitles which just pop out and just hit your eyes, and you kind of are attracted. I mean, I personally can't stop scrolling on my feed. I've got these videos totally dominating everything else, and I know these are sticky. So Hirsch has created a tool that makes this easy. You can feed it any video. It's going to subtitle it. It's going to be a vertical format video, of course. And then you can promote it on Instagram, on TikTok, or any other platform, YouTube Shorts, or Facebook, wherever you want to publish. You can publish these videos and they are gonna get traction. So it's a very simple, easy to use product, FastCut. And I'm gonna talk to Harsh, who incidentally is a first-time entrepreneur. This is his first product. So I'm gonna talk to him about how he got started and how he's scaling up his marketing ideas and everything. So over to you, Harsh. Welcome to Jeet Talks, and I'm really excited to talk to you today. Welcome to the world of entrepreneurship. Let's get started with a little bit about yourself. Care to share anything you want, and we'll take it from there.
Hello, Cyril. Thanks for having me. Well, I'm Harsh, and so as you mentioned that I'm the first-time founder, and so well, all of you you're watching. I can surely tell you that it's gonna help you because I started everything I know about tech and entrepreneurship just a year ago. It's not that hard. So I started a year ago. I entered into my college, BITS Pilani. I think November first week, and then I started. I thought what to do, and I wanted to do something. So I learned a skill named web development. I learned it within a couple of months, and then I got into an internship. I asked for my senior who was who was running a startup. I told them that I'm gonna work for free, and he said, okay, let's work. And then I worked for 6 months and all, and then I started my new venture, a new startup with my co-founder named Nikhil, and we are working on a project named FastCut as you told. So that's what we're doing.
Awesome. And you said that you were able to learn enough coding to make this product or a similar product in about 2 to 3 months. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have realized that it is not very difficult to make product. So what I realized that you need a bit of, in Hindi we call it jugaru approach. If you ask me, do I know a lot of coding? The answer is no. Do I? Basically, I'm a front end developer, but I did all of front end, back end, everything. I think front end was done by my co-founder, and I did the back end. So whatever I needed, I googled it, I chat GPT it, and we did it because I don't think we can learn everything and then make a product. So making a product is pretty easier, what I found. I don't know, my opinion can change afterwards, but at the moment I think building a product is not so difficult, to be honest. I
This must sound harsh. This must sound like music to many of my listeners. And I talk to a lot of people online, and many people have come to me and asking me, how can we actually become coders? Is it hard? Is it gonna take a long time? And typically, what I tell them is it's gonna take a year's dedicated study. So you're gonna sit down and you got to study for a year, and after that year you can be a good programmer. But you have seemed to done it much faster. I'm sure all the people who are watching, all the people who have connected with me will be excited to know this is doable. And I do agree that tools like ChatGPT is really helpful. This is really helpful, and I'm using these days Copilot. I'm sure you must have seen it. Copilot's pretty good too, and I think it's becoming smarter and smarter, and more and more like people like me. I code a lot too. I code all the time. I started as technical founder too, so I totally get what you're saying. A lot of people are getting, we are just able to code a lot by just telling the AI, the algorithm that we want to design, and then just getting code pieces, putting them together. So it's definitely much more easier than before. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time I would like to tell ki I'm a big fan of Elon Musk, and he says ki if you work if you work 100 hours a week, you'll be
Mm-hmm.
able to do twice as people working 40 hours a week. So that is what I believe in. I mean, it is not that learned in a couple of months that it's okay. I mean, I've worked so much in that couple of months. And not to forget that I've worked in a startup in 6 months. That's 6 months, so that
Okay,
is
you
two
got you
plus six.
already had the background, you already
Yeah,
knew
yeah, yeah.
knew programming,
Yeah,
yeah?
it can't be that you learn HTML, CSS, and whatever your programming language in a couple of months, and you can build a product. It is not
So
like
you so
that.
you do you agree that it takes a year?
Yeah, it kind of takes a year. I
Okay, then
mean,
I am still valid. Good, good.
but you can speed up by working more number of hours, I
Okay,
think.
tell me about a typical day. You told me you work 100 hours a week.
I
That's
mean, I
pretty
mean,
much my quota too. I work a lot and I totally love it. And I've been doing it for 25 years. It's a long time. I don't get tired about that. People ask me, is it doable? I can tell you it's doable. You can do it long term. So tell me about how a day starts for you, how it looks, how much you're spending on coding, how much you're spending on support, how much you're spending on marketing. Like these are the three important challenges you're going to face when you launch a new product.
to be honest, I try to work 100 hours a day, but if I'm being very honest to you, I fail to do it, to be honest. But there are weeks I do it. So what I do, technically my main job is to code, to be honest. And I think the first time founders, uh, I mean founders in a really new startup has to code. I mean, you can't just build a product and you do marketing. You have to code. We've started marketing just after we launched it. So what I used to do, I used to cold email people. Uh, you must have seen Crisp, the bot that tells you the how I'm a real product, I'm a real man. You must have
Yes,
seen it.
I
So
heard of it.
that,
I'm not used it
uh,
personally, but yeah.
Huh. So that we reply to the people who come. We see, acha, people are getting problem in uploading video. We change that. I mean, the problem. What I thought was after launching, our thing is done. Then I realized after I launched it, the problem starts now. I mean, the bugs comes in. So the problem is that at the moment, what I do is I code a bit. We are planning to launch version 2. I think adding more features to it. And again, we are working on affiliate marketing for marketing. And what we have realized that cold emailing people doesn't just work every time. I think it goes into the spam. So writing personal emails, these are the kind of works I do, and talking to people like you helps a lot.
Absolutely. So you told me that you are monitoring the way people are using your site and trying to see how they behave. So are you
Hmm.
using a tool like what are you using? Are you using Hotjar? Are you using something else for this? Like how are you doing this?
I mean, we use
Mixpanel, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
mix
that's a good
panel,
product too.
and there's a product named Crisp. You
Okay,
must have.
I personally use another product called Clarity, which is from Microsoft, a similar product. And for my viewers, if you are interested, like Hirsch talked about something very, very practical. I do it on all my apps too. So people, when they come in, you want to see what they're doing. You want to remove their pain points. Now, if anyone wants to be a SaaS entrepreneur, that's the first thing you should do. Put a website monitor on your site. It could be Clarity or Crisp. I didn't know about Crisp, Mixpanel, Hotjar, anything that you want, you
I
can
mean,
put it there.
it's not an analytics tool, Crisp. So what it does, it shows you what your user are doing live. So Hotjar
Yeah,
does the same. Hotjar does the same. I know that.
yeah,
So we
even
chose.
Clarity is the same.
Acha.
Yeah, yeah, you can. I watch my users all the time. Sometimes when I take a break, I just watch people. What are they doing? And it really is insightful. I totally agree. You get to
I
know
mean,
where people are stuck.
my co-founder is obsessed with Crisp. He does it all the time.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't do it much, but he's obsessed. I mean, if I think our reply time is average reply time is 8 minutes. That's because of him, to be honest. I mean,
Okay.
if he sleeps, I do it. When I generally he does it, but when he's sleeping, I do it.
So continuing from there, I think we were talking about how useful monitoring your visitors can be, and everybody should be doing that. Doing that. That's what I was telling Hirsch, and he was telling me about Crisp. So yeah, go on, please. You're telling me about the kind of work that you and your co-founder are doing to make this happen.
So we watch all the time what our users are doing, and we kind of realize that where our product stuck, where our users are stuck. The problem is that sometimes we have realized that it is not just it is we think that our product is perfect, then we realize that people are stucking, and then that we realize you by seeing them live. And when we see they are stuck, we message them, do you have any problem, and kind of help. To be honest, we have 3 paid users, and I think one of them we got just because of Chris, that we could message them, text them, oh, do you have any problem. He kind of was very impressed with the feedback and all. So that's what
Awesome.
that's really useful for SaaS product.
Okay, tell me why this product? Why did you decide to make this? Why not something else? And what was the inspiration?
I think inspiration. To be honest, I think where we get idea is that I see a lot of product hunt products, in product hunt we see. And I used to think that how people get the idea, and then I kind of realized that it is not just about the idea; it is also about the execution. To be honest, my co-founder just last I think 6 months back. 6 months back, he messaged me and said, "Yeah, this is the product. Can we he gave me the link of a product named opus.pro. Opus.pro, you can check it. And he
Hmm.
said, Ki, this what it does is, am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly well. Yes.
So he said, Ki, this is the product, and what it does is it changes full-fledged, full-fledged 10-minute video to mini shorts. I said, this seems interesting, but what can we do? Then he said, we can make this. I said, what we can do is now we can put subtitles to it because it's way easier. I mean, that time I didn't realize that it would be to be honest, it's not easy to make product of that big of a size. So we realized ki we have to launch it fast. And then I realized with uh, Y Combinator is do it fast. I mean, they say all the time ki launch a MVP in 1 week, one month. So what we realized ki the bare minimum what we can do to catch people's attention, I mean, is the subtitle, is the caption, is the bare minimum people do it. So we did that one, and so that's where the idea came from.
Awesome, awesome. And I can tell you, it's not always the first guy or the biggest guy who will take all of the market. I do a lot of products myself, and I often pick out competition. I often pick out people who are doing extremely well and build a competitor for it. And as long as you're doing something different, you're not exactly creating the same thing. Like you have to add something. I can assure you, if you just make exactly the same product, it's going to be a very hard ride because you wouldn't know where to go from there. But if you start off and you pick a new feature maybe, or a new idea, or a new way to implement things, just make it easier to use, or make it put it make some new extra thing in it, that could be your selling point. And you can actually find a viable place in the market. I've done it over and over with my products. I have got a profitable product placed in a very, very competitive market, and it works. It's not a bad strategy. In fact, I think it's a very good strategy sometimes, because if you see a product that is a market leader, but you can build maybe a product that is more accessible to people, maybe even in terms of pricing. Like I often play on those and on that market. If you are a bootstrap founder, if you are a solo founder, the one thing you can do in the beginning is try to make it aggressively priced. Okay, let me present this question to you. Why is your product something that people should have? What are you offering them? I have seen the product, I have seen the utility. It's something people can use, but why should they go for your product and not for someone else's?
I think the thing you said, the pricing factor. So we are, I mean, almost half as priced our competitors. One is the pricing, and second is it's very easy to use. You must have used it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
very easy. I mean, we have did it knowingly that we need to what can what how can we differentiate our product. We thought the first thing that came to our mind was the making it very easy and very accessible to the people. And the third is we thought we are from India and let's make it English as well. You must have understood tum kya kar rahe ho in
Yes, yes.
in in English it should write. So
Yeah.
none of the product does that. We do that. So this
Okay.
is what
Which market are you targeting? Like, are you targeting specifically the Indian market, or where are you going to be more aggressive? You know,
I think first of all we realize that we are going to target Indian markets. Then we kind of realize that people who pay really well are not Indians. Uh,
yeah, that's a very
yeah,
good realization.
and we've got 3 paid customers and none of them are Indians. Then we
Yes,
realized that
I was
we
I
were
was leading to that because when you said that you're targeting India, I understand the Indian market well. Of course, I'm an Indian too, and I have worked in that market for decades, and I understand that. Presently, about 80% of my customers are from Canada and the US. So
Hmm.
if you want to if you're making a global SaaS product, and this is, we are talking as entrepreneurs, you can always do better if you target the best markets. Of course, I have customers in India too, and they are growing, and it's a better market today than it was 5 years ago, and I think it will grow better and better. But if you're starting out now and you're making a global SaaS product, not an accounting software or not a product that is something endemic or designed for India, then by all means, don't even worry about targeting Indian customers. Just target the US customers. You will find more buyers there.
Not what we've realized that we have got 3 paid customers, one from Ukraine, one from Australia, and one from US. So we've
Okay.
realized that
Wow.
India is not the perfect market for us. People are ready to pay outside India because I think due to purchasing power parity, we understand that.
Yeah, there are several issues, not just purchasing power. I think the purchasing power in India is now much higher than before. They can pay. More than that, it's probably the realization that you can make money from internet businesses. That is, the people in the US and Australia are doing it much more convincingly. I think the reason behind this is, for example, like let's say you are a YouTuber. If you're a YouTuber in India who gets like 100,000 views a month, you might be making close to about 200, 300, maybe not even 200, maybe $100 a month. But in the US, you could be making like $1,500 or even $2,000. So the difference in the earnings is what decides, how much people can spend for your product, right? So that could be a big factor for you.
And the thinking as well, people in India want free products, to be honest. I
Right,
mean,
right.
no matter how much they earn, they always seek for free product.
Okay, so what's the new acquisition strategy? What are you trying to do to get in front of more customers in Australia or Ukraine or the US? Ukraine is a surprise, by the way. I know
Yeah,
they
I
are.
mean, I think we are getting a lot of users from Ukraine and Russia. I think we have 1,000 signups, Google signups. So we
Wow.
we are getting a lot of users from Ukraine and Russia and Europe. Ukraine and Russia, to be honest. I think we've somehow featured in a newsletter
Oh wow.
in Russia or Ukraine. I don't remember. So that's how it just broke up.
Okay, so what's the acquisition strategy now? What are you doing to get more customers, get more eyeballs, and get more signups?
As I told you, we are working on an affiliate program where we'll give give the content creator, I mean whoever, 30% of the share if they're able to you know get a sell. So that is what we are working on. Another lead gen strategy, we have realized that content marketing is one way. It's the one of the cheapest way, not just the cheap, it's a free marketing, to be honest, because we are self funded, so we can't use ads and all at the moment, to be honest. So content marketing and affiliate program is the two things that we are looking in the future, not in the future now.
Mhm. Why do you feel you can't use ads? Like even okay, I can tell you from my experience, I run a lot of ads, and many people have told me in the past, like in the SaaS industry and outside the SaaS industry too, that they're afraid to run ads because somehow they believe that the cost of acquisition from ads is too much. Now I can tell you about a story, and this is about 4 years ago, I think, and when I was just starting to run ads, and I was also of the same mindset. Okay, we might be able to acquire customers too expensive from ads, and we might not be able to get enough money to get it into a regular self-paying system, right? So
Hmm.
I talked to an expert. Now there is a website. mm, I don't remember now the name. Somehow it's a website where you can talk to experts, and yeah, how can I forget it, because I haven't used it in a while. So I talked to a person there who was in online advertising marketing, and I asked him, okay, how much can we expect to spend to get a customer? And he gave me a number, like it could be at least $70 to acquire every customer. And that's a turn off, because when you think about it, $70 to acquire a customer, maybe they won't even stick around 3 months, and I will never be able to make the money from them. But
Hmm.
when I started actually running the ads, In the beginning you get learnings. Okay, this copy is not going to work, this audience is not going to work. But when I actually started running the ads, I found that the real cost of acquisition for me right now, it could be even $12. Sometimes it's even as low as $8, $10. So that's a scalable strategy. I'll tell you, the only bottleneck that you will have is it stops at a certain level. So all of these platforms, ad platforms like Google and Facebook, they have got inventory. They're ready to give you the inventory, but this inventory is not there in huge numbers. So you can spend, let's say for example, I can spend $10 a day on a product and get a sale for $10. But if I try to spend $100 and get 10
Hmm.
sales, that's not going to happen, right?
Hmm.
Then my cost of acquisition is going to just scale up,
Acha.
right? So then instead of getting a sale for $10, I will be getting a sale for $40 or $30. So it's not just the amount that you're spending or the conversion cost, it's also the number of conversions you want. So if you're working at a scale of a large SaaS product which is well funded, they want to have hundreds or thousands of customers in a month, right? They want maybe 1,000 new customers in a month. So they're ready to put a lot of money in to get, even spend $150 or $200 per customer to get it. But for a new seller like you, and this is, of course, for the benefit of everyone who's watching this podcast, don't just reject a strategy because, it seems expensive if you have never not tried it. If you try ads, you will be surprised. You will be able to spend some money like $2, $5, or $10 a day, get customers which are affordable, which are self-paying. So if you're spending $10 and you're getting $15 back, you can just keep doing that, right? Nothing's going to stop you from doing it every day for the next 1 year, right? Because you're getting $5 more, right? So that's the factor. Find that number, find the exact pitch that you need to do. Your audience might respond to something that someone else's audience might not. So you have to find that perfect copy. You have to find that perfect offer. Your sales page, landing pages should be done well. And then when you run your ads, you will actually be able to make money. I've seen your product, and I know. See, when you have a product which appeals to a large audience, then you have let's say a customer pool of 100,000 or a potentially 200,000, right? So then you can afford to run some ads with minimum targeting and expect conversions. Now we'll talk about more about this later, maybe someday. I'm not just going to take a lot of time on this, but just giving you my insight. You can run ads. Don't just hold back. Try a little bit. Spend $5 a day in the beginning. See how that works for 10 days, and then see where you can go from there.
Yeah, well, I'll try for sure after hearing you. I mean, I have a few. I've tried out Facebook ads in the past, so I have, experience in that. So I'll try with Facebook ads to come. That's it.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I run Facebook ads. I run Google ads. I like Google ads a lot because here is the thing. There is a difference between search intent and when you see the ad in your feed. So this is something
Mhm.
uh, that many people use very, very nicely. They,
But
I,
with Pixel, they kind of give ads to those who come to your website. This also
so you
happens.
are retargeting right now? Are you retargeting already?
No, but we've set up Pixel, no?
Yeah,
So.
the website pixel is, the marketing term for that is retargeting. So when people visit your site
Hmm.
and you want to show your ads to them, the
Hmm.
people who visited your site, that's I think that's something that everybody should be doing. I started with ads first with retargeting, and they were a no-brainer because anytime you retarget, you are able to make sales. The conversions are pretty good, and
Hmm.
then you can slowly step into other markets like targeting your audience, targeting a different audience, or targeting keywords. So all of that can come, but retargeting is definitely something that you can be doing. So yeah, these are important marketing initiatives that you can start
You were
soon.
telling about Facebook ads, what it does good.
Sorry.
You were telling out, sorry, Google ads.
Yeah, so I was talking about search intent. So a lot of my products are geared to internet marketers. I make funnel builders, I make landing page, and basically platforms like e-com platforms and all. So one of the things that people can do is target the exact keywords that people are searching for. And
Hmm.
I would say a mistake that many people make is targeting broad keywords. Do you understand the difference between broad keywords and exact keywords, or phrase matches, broad matches? Do you have the ideas about that? What that is?
I'm kind of guessing. I mean, broad is like video editing is a broad one, and creating
Okay.
cap.
No, no, not exactly. Here is what happens. Now, every platform, every advertising platform that we are targeting, whether it's Facebook or Google, they want to spend your money as fast as possible. They want to show your ads to as many people as possible.
Hmm.
And for them, a person who's spending $10 or even $100, even $1,000 a day is a small customer. They're a very small customer. So they're not really focused on you. They focus on guys like Disney. That's like you must have heard about how Elon Musk was talking about Disney because they stopped spending millions of dollars on the platform. So these are the prime customers that they're targeting. We are all, just the people who will spend money on the platform, either long term or short term, but they are not gearing everything to us. Now, your job as a marketer is to make sure that you make money in that scenario. So now this broad match, phrase match, and exact match is a feature of Google Ads. It's also an SEO term. What
Hmm.
happens is you can tell Google to show your ad only for specific keywords, exactly the keywords that you put in, or you can allow it to show your ads for similar keywords which are, using your main keyword as a part of the search. So the more freedom you give Google, the more kind of keywords it will show your ad for, and the wider your audience is. Now, let's say I create a product for creating short video subtitles, or so I might target a keyword like how to subtitle shorts, or how to subtitle my reels. How can I subtitle my reel, or reel subtitling software, right? So these are like reel subtitling software that if you do go for exact match, your ad will only be shown to the exact people who would search for this word. But if you do use phrase match or broad match, Google will try to use synonyms. They will try to kind of put your search in different places, put your ad in different places. And the more wider audience, the more audience that's not exactly looking for your product you have, the lesser your conversions will be.
Hmm.
Online advertising is all a game of conversions. You're going to spend $10, you want 15, 20 back. How can that happen? If you reach the exact people who are the perfect customers for your product for those $10, right? So it's all about guessing, or you're not it's not a guess actually. It's about identifying what is working and what's not working, and then just doing more of the things that work and just cutting away from the things that don't work. So this is like, for example, one thing, but there are many things like that.
I mean, this comes from experimenting. I think it
It's
can't.
experimenting. Yeah, I actually run a lot of experiments. Every advertiser you talk to who's successful, they have run a lot of experiments in the past to discover the system that works very well for their product.
So one question I have for you is,
Yeah, sure.
what is the best marketing strategy for SaaS tools that you have discovered in your life?
Okay, now here's the thing, Harsh, and this is a very nice question. I can, of course, I can tell you what I experienced, and I'm sure other people might have experienced something different. I started aggressively with affiliate marketing.
Hmm.
So this is a low cost strategy, right? Uh, the cost of acquisition differs with every single step you adopt. Like, let's say you talk about content marketing. It's free. Content marketing is free, but it's insanely time taking. Right, you might build content unless you're able to rank it, you're able to push it out. What could happen is the time gap between the time you create the content and where it goes viral, or where it reaches the scale that you want to reach. It could be a long time, and you might not want
And
to
it's
wait
a
that
very
much.
long game. It's a
Yeah,
very
it's a
long game.
long game. So I wouldn't call it the primary strategy of a SaaS entrepreneur or for a service entrepreneur also. It could be supplemental. Like, I do a lot of content. You have seen my YouTube channel. We're going to put
Hmm.
this video on my content website, but it's something that's adding to the cake. It's not the entire cake. So I wouldn't call it the best strategy. Uh, what you could do as a beginner, or what I did as a beginner, was the first thing I gave away a lot of my money. So when I first came in, I needed to find people who could sell the product. I started pretty much the same way as you, just starting out by technically creating a product. I had an idea, I created it, and then I looked for a marketer who could sell it, and I gave away 60% of my profits to the marketer. They sold the product. I got scale, I got ideas, and the best thing I got from that entire exercise was I learned from the guy who sold the product. This was back in 2012 and just the beginning of 2013. He taught me a lot of things just by being there. And I was able to reuse that learning to make my next product. And then, it just went on from there. So affiliate marketing can be really powerful, but you will need to give away a lot more than 30% if you're just starting out. And there are many ways to approach this. I can tell you that affiliate marketers get approached by a lot of people every day. So how can you stand out? What has your offer got which other people's offer doesn't have? How can you justify them investing their time? Because I'll tell you, one of the concerns that affiliate marketers often have is they promote a product to the audience. Like, let's say they have a blog or they have a YouTube channel, they promote a product and people buy, and then the product either goes wrong or the product doesn't stay in the market for after a year or so, and everybody who's promoted, who bought the product, comes back to the affiliate and tells them, hey, we bought the product because you told us about it, and now it's not there anymore, or the service is not what we expected, and you just can't justify it at that moment. So there are so many stumbling blocks. It's not easy to break into any sector, but I would say the lowest cost strategy with the most amount of benefit is finding a good marketing partner or affiliate who has trust in you, who believes in you, and who can promote a product. Even if you have to give away a larger chunk of your income, that's perfectly fine, because the learning that you get from this entire workflow, you get to learn how to market, how to sell, how to present, how to wrap your product in a nice manner. That's important, and it can really change the rest of your life.
Finding a sales partner.
That's always helpful. Many companies are found together by, there is a CTO and there is a CMO working together, somebody who's in marketing. That helps, but you can learn by yourself. I learned marketing by myself. I learned by observing people. I learned by partnering with really amazing partners who taught me a lot, and all of that helped me, and now I work solo. But of course, there was a time when I was partnering with a lot of marketers.
Really helpful.
Awesome,
Really.
awesome. So let's get the focus back on you. What are your plans for the product? What do you want to achieve next? Let's talk about the technical part, like what are you going to create on it, and also about your marketing plans or about your scale plans. What do you exactly want to achieve with this?
So in the next version, we are trying to launch B rolls. I mean, we are trying to add B rolls into it. For example, if you say I learn a lot of money, so the clip of money, spending money or whatever it is, it comes. B roll is one part, and sound effect is one part. Click on this, like my video, so the like sound comes in, and the other part I'm really excited is, at the moment you have to upload vertical video. So all I want is people just have to upload horizontal video, doesn't matter, and we'll size it
We'll
up.
box it.
Uh, it's really important because I think it's painful, to be honest, to convert your
Yeah,
video, your
I can tell
horizontal.
you. When I used FastCut, the first thing I wanted to do was upload a horizontal
Hmm.
video, but I wasn't able to do it. So yeah, that's a
and
good
this
one.
and this we realized, talking to the users, that yeah, people are finding it useful, but the point is they are unable to upload a horizontal video. These are the three things where these will be we'll be launching it very soon, within a couple, I think few months, few weeks, to be honest.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, tell me this, Harsh. Are you able to make back the money that you're spending on the product on a monthly basis? Like on a run cost, is it making money or is it on a loss right now? What's your position? How soon do you think you can achieve that, beautiful zone where you're at least getting all the money back or being in a profit? What's your expectation? How you're going to work towards that?
To give you an idea, if we get a few more users, we'll even out. To be honest, we are on the verge of evening out, so we are fine with it. I don't think we are having a lot of costs, so we're not looking into that. And we are pretty sure that if we work what you're planning, and if we work with right strategy, marketing strategy, we crack this marketing strategy, will be soon profitable, to be honest. I think we don't have any problem in having a few months of loss. I mean, it works. We understand that losing is a part of game. And the scaling part you talked about, I think if will I'm also into raising funds. I mean, I'm not very shy person to raise fund. People say, I mean, you only have to bootstrap. I'm open to both. So we'll see how it goes on. At the moment, we are losing money, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Every new entrepreneur goes through that, and eventually you will get to the place where you will actually make money. So that's fine. That's okay. Uh, Have you got any other products planned, or you want to focus on this one, scale it up to the N level, just make it your little baby and go on with it? Or what exactly is your perspective as a marketer? Like I personally, I'm a multi-products guy. I create a lot of products and I'm always creating new things, depending on what I want to get into next. But how do you see your business? Like many businesses are kind of like they have scaled up one product in a very nice manner. How exactly do you want to proceed?
I think we've started this FastCut as we wanted to make content creator very easy. You know, we wanted to omit video editors. I mean, we don't want video editors. Everyone can create content. So in the end, our goal is to simple is that as I told you, one has to upload a 1 hour video and we'll make hundreds of shorts out of it. And after that point, we'll be okay. And at the moment I have only one idea. This is what it is. So if something comes up, we'll surely start. I'm open to everything. I mean, I'm I think if you have decided you're gonna do this one, I think you are not opening your, I think you're biased to something. So and I'm into everything. I don't have any problem starting a new venture while working on FastCut as well. But
Okay,
at the
now
moment,
this is from all the other people who are, starting out, who want to start out. I think they want to hear about this. How was the support structure when you started out as an entrepreneur? I know it's a lot more easy maybe now than the 20 years before when I started. But how was the response to this from everybody, your friends, your family, and everybody who could be affected by this? Do you feel supported? Do you feel that you're on a journey alone? What's happening in your surroundings?
I think my friends supported it. I think people in my college, are very supportive of it. Family, you kind of first, uh, they say कि you study per hobby and then you do this one. You can't tell truth all the time कि I'm really working on it and I'm not studying at all. They ask for GPAs and all. So we have to work on it. I mean, with friends have been very supportive. My college has been very supportive, and I'm really grateful that I'm in Bits Pilani, because the startup culture of my college is one of the best in India. So this is really good. And from family also, I mean, they are not they are okay, they're okay with it. But if I get a good job, they'll be more happy with
They're
me.
happy. Awesome.
They'll be
Awesome.
happier with me.
Awesome. All right, Harsh, nice talking to you. I think we should wrap up now. It's been a long call, longer than we actually planned out to. And I'm sure the people who watch this will benefit from this, especially if you're starting out new. I'm sure this call was a revelation. We talked a lot about marketing challenges faced by new entrepreneurs, and we had a lot of to and fro about things that you can do. So I hope it benefits you. Thanks, Harsh, for coming to the call. And on this note, we will end the call here. I'll see you next time and good luck for your business. Bye. This is Cyril Jeet, your best friend in business, signing off.